Oh, this one has me up early because this one wants to play ball, don't you? Hmm? You want to play ball? Hmm? Ah, had me up there from just running around the table. He wears me out. Like sometimes he really does. I'll be like, oh my god. But he doesn't like he gets tired quick. That's one thing I noticed about him. Like he'll like say, "Oh, I want to play. I want to play." And sometimes it'll be like at weird hours or just when I'm about to make dinner or early in the morning like this or just when I'm finally trying to relax after everything's done, I just want to relax. He's like, "Oh, I want to play. I want to play." And I'm like, "No, not right now. I'm ready to sit down." And he will, but he doesn't last long. He lasts like at the most like 3 minutes, 3 minutes, and then he'll be tired and he'll lie down or he'll be like huffing, like not huffing and puffing, but doing like a lot of hot, I don't know what you call that, sighing or something, and he'll be doing that. But for the most part, he'll be like just chilling, just chilling. So yeah, so he has me up this morning. And I'm like, and well, usually I've been getting up lately because for some reason I just have to go to the bathroom. Like, wow, like sometimes I'll be up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I gotta go to the bathroom. And it's not like I drink a lot of water, which I do want to start drinking more water because I heard, yeah, I was told that water is good for your skin and mostly like for dehydration. If your skin is dehydrated, water is the best thing for you. And I do believe it though. I do believe that water is the best moisturizer for not only for your skin, well, of course for your skin, but like for your face. Like usually when I wake up in the morning and my skin feels so dry, I wet it with water. And it's usually, I haven't felt it lately. I have not felt it lately, but it was mostly during the summer. I'd wake up and my face would feel so dry. And what I would do is because I wake up in the morning, I was doing dishes a lot. As soon as, I was done before, finished rinsing out my hands doing dishes. And before I would dry them, I would, put that little bit of water that was left in my hands and I would just put it all over my face. And I have to admit, my face feels really soft. Like sometimes I think water is better than any kind of lotion you put on your face. Just wet your face with water. Water is like a miracle worker. It really is. Okay, I'm gonna chill and for a little bit since this one has me up. So yeah, it's all right. It's what 5:15. I already have the dough. I have the cookies. I made the dough yesterday, so I'm only gonna make a few cookies. I'm not gonna make a whole batch. And then I'm gonna save because I made like 2 sets. I'm gonna save another set to make Thanksgiving cookies. Okay, guys, we'll see you in a bit. Oh, good morning, guys. Good morning. So trying to get up. I was up a little bit more earlier today. The dog had me up. Wanted to play. I was like, oh my god. Okay, let's go play. So then I'm taking like these tiny little like snoozes, you know, because the kids are getting ready. They're, going to school and everything like that. And I'm dozing off, on and off, on and off, making sure that they're out the door. And I had this weird dream that there was water showering down right here by the kitchen. There was water showering down by my area. And I was like, oh my God. So I called the neighbor upstairs. She goes, yeah, pipe broke and there's water everywhere. And I was like, oh my God, is there any way to shut it off? Is there any way to shut it off? Because yeah, they're gonna fix it right now. They're doing it. And she goes, yeah, make sure you all your, save all your appliances, things like that. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, trying to, what do you call it? Then we had this little puppy, and it was a little German Shepherd puppy, I guess, because I've been watching a lot of German Shepherd puppy reels lately. And we had this little tiny little German Shepherd. He was making everywhere, and then with the water pouring everywhere, it's like, oh my God, what a mess. So I'm like, oh man, and I'm thinking to myself, I should have filmed that. That would have been great content. Now remember, I'm dreaming. I'm literally dreaming and talking to myself about making content. I was like, what the hell? I think I woke up and I'm like, oh, it was only a dream. Top of the morning to you guys. That's what I get for falling back to sleep. But anyway, getting on to serious things. I did make my dough. These are I always make them in circles like this. They're easier for me to do. It's just cookie dough. I mean, you can always get a recipe, online or wherever. There are some doughs that they tell you to freeze, but you really don't have to freeze it. So I just put it in the fridge. They get hard, and what I like to do is not to use too much flour, because then when you start rolling it out, it'll start start getting hard because of the flour. So you want to make sure that it's kind of sticky when you roll it out. Like I said, you can find a lot of recipes. I always make them in discs. This way it'll be a lot more easier to roll out instead of trying to roll out a whole bunch of, and a humongous sheet. You know what I'm saying? So I always have them in discs. So again, I have 4 of them. So these are ready to go by the time I get back. And I'm not making a lot of different cookie cutters. I'm just making, because I do have a ghost. I've had, what was that? Yeah, it was a ghost and the skeleton. But the skeleton, maybe I'll do that next year because it has too many parts. And I usually use the skeleton. I usually just use the body part because it looks like a coffin, but it has arms, heads, and legs. But right now it's just, I'll try to do it next year, not this year. So the only ones I'm going to be doing, of course, is the pumpkin, the bats, and the witch's hat. So those are the only 3 I'm going to make. I was planning on making the ghost, but the ghost is really big and it's going to take a lot of icing. So I said, no, I'm not going to make the ghost. What I'm going to do, because I did want to make a cake, and I seen this one lady make ghosts out of a heart-shaped pan. So maybe I'll give that a go because I have a lot of white frosting left and I want to use it up. So I got kind of like a medium heart. So I'm going to make it in there, cut it in half, and make those into 2 ghost cakes. So that'll take the place of the cookie cutter. Instead of the ghost cookies, I'll have the ghost cake. So can't wait to do that. But I had to run and get the cake mix, but I had to wait until my granddaughter gets back because there's nobody here, and it's only going to be me and the puppy. And I can't leave him alone in the back for that long. He has abandonment issues for some reason. Again, he was a rescue dog, so I don't want to leave him back there too long, so I had to wait for her to come back. Okay, guys, I have to get my grandson ready. Again, if you're new to my channel, I will, when I have more time, probably tomorrow or so, I'll let you know everything that I'm into. But as of right now, I'll just let you know right now, I am a widow. I'm a grandmother of 3 grandchildren. I'm a homebody, so everything, I have a lot of time on my hands, so I try to get and utilize my time as much as possible. Okay, guys, and I do a lot of hauls here and there, shopping, all the yada yada, everything else that everybody's doing. Well, at least I try to. Not as much because it's just, some people have houses and they can overload on stuff. I live in an apartment, so I have to be very mindful of my space. So, with that being said, guys, I have to wake up my grandson. I have to get him ready because they do have school all week. And, yeah, we'll catch you in a bit. All right, here we are, guys. Oh, the sun just came out just now. It's a little bit like cloudy. It was so windy yesterday. I'm gonna see. Yeah, right? Come on. We gotta go. Okay. So he's just wearing a light jacket. It was warm yesterday. I was like, oh man, I didn't need a sweater or anything, jacket, anything. Especially when I went to go take, to sit outside for a little while. It was really warm. I got hot quick. But, and I think it's still supposed to be warm. I don't think it's going to be that bad. Because it's still going to be like, well, I know November 3rd, we're supposed to be having, what do you call it, Indian summer. So, but I don't think it's going to be that hot, though. I think at the most it'll probably be like in the 70s or something like that. I don't think you'll reach years ago when it used to be, like when I was in my teens, it used to reach like almost up to 80. But these days it's only like 68, 69, close to it, but not as hot. But like right now, I'm wearing a jacket right now, a fleece, and I'm hot already, just walking over here.
It feels like you're taking me back home.
Yeah?
Because it's a little dark.
It is a little weird out here.
No, for me.
Oh, you have sunglasses.
Yeah, I have sunglasses on. Except they're not any ordinary glasses.
What's he talking about? I wonder. Uh-huh. Yeah.
But this kind of like glass.
Yeah. Can't focus though.
It kind of looks like it's light yellow.
Yeah. Buenos dias. So it's gonna be good for me to just walk the dog out.
And I'm only wearing these because we have a pumpkin patch today and we have a petting zoo today.
Oh, I have to get your bags ready tonight. I have all the candy. I'm gonna bag everything you have. She told me you have 28, what are they called? I was gonna say inmates.
Inmates?
I mean,
students.
Students,
Kids.
Right, yeah.
They're called kids, students.
Wait a minute.
I'm a
Pupils. There's another word instead of I know it's pupils, students, but there's another word and I can't think of it. Oh my God! Putting a curse on these kids already. Oh my Lord. Anyway. Yeah, so gonna come back, walk the dog, rest for a little while, and then I'm gonna get started on those cookies. Okay guys, I'm gonna leave you guys here and we'll see you in a bit. Okay. All right, here we are. This one just lately keeps pulling me. I don't know why. It's gonna be another warm day today, so thank God for that. I don't know about tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be raining, so I'm not sure how the weather. It's supposed to be like 63, but if it's gonna be raining, especially if people are wearing like, back in the day, our costumes used to be undercoats or jackets or whatever, and then the mask, the mask wouldn't really wet anybody because it was plastic. But I don't know. This year everything is kind of like made out of cloth. So I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, so Hippo's gonna be Huggy Wuggy, his favorite character. And then I think my granddaughter's supposed to be, I forgot. I know it's some kind of, it wasn't a superhero. It was kind of like something of the dead. Oh, the Reaper. Sometimes it pays off, you know, to, what do you call it? To think about what you're trying to say. Because I'm like, you know, you have those words at the tip of your tongue, but then you just like, you know it's there. And I think I've said this before. And then you just, you know what, forget it, I'll remember it later. And then you start talking about other things. And then all of a sudden, the word that you were thinking about comes to mind. And that's what I was like, oh no, I know she was some kind of a, running, no running, no. He looks chasing after these birds. And these birds, they taunt him sometimes. No running. But yeah, so anyway, it was really windy. I gotta see if I could fix that table, because the tablecloth just will not stay put. It just keeps flying everywhere. What's keeping it down is my little pumpkin. That's the only thing that's keeping it down right now. Everything, the wind, my ghost, I tied it down a little bit so it won't go nowhere, so it's still there. But yeah, it's like, you know, I don't think it's going to be any more windy today. I think it was more windier yesterday. I couldn't even sit out there. It was like, oh my God, like what the heck is going on out there in the air, you know? But I don't think it'll be that bad today. But we'll see. I guess we'll see. You need to stop pulling. What's going on with him lately? Ever since my son took him out to the park to run, he's been pulling lately a lot. He usually doesn't do that. He walks. He's a strong guy. Okay. No, not gonna dress up the doggies for Halloween. We were thinking about it, but we said nah. He's gonna be inside anyway. Or in the back, probably most likely in the back with me. No one's gonna see him, or you know how people are. They overdress their dogs and they take all these pictures and stuff like that. You don't think we're gonna be doing that? Okay, so can't wait to get back in, rest up for a little while, and then get started on those cookies. They don't take long to bake. They only take like 12 minutes at the most, each batch. Like I said, I'm not going to make a lot of them, just a little bit. And I have to get that cake mix. I probably won't make the cake until tomorrow, because it's going to take a minute for the icing, you know, to get hard and stuff like that. So, come on. So, I mean, I could always bake it tonight and then just keep, I really don't have to really do anything to it. So I'm not layering it. I'm just, what do you call it? It's just going to be two little ghosts. It's going to be it's just going to be one layer. So I really don't have to, but I would like for the icing on top to get firm so I could put the eyes on there. And the mouth, right? Because just eyes and mouth, right? How does a ghost look like? Oh, no. But it feels really good out here. I just like the way the wind feels on your skin when it's nice and warm. And it's not piping hot like in the 80s or 90s. And oh my God, you're sticky and sweaty and everything's sticking to you. But this feels really good. I'm just glad I'm not cooking out there today, because everything would have been blowing everywhere. So in order for me to cook outside, I can't have wind like this. It would just knock everything over. But hopefully in November, the wind will probably hopefully die down a little bit. And I can sit outside without worrying about nothing, you know, tumbling or falling down, or especially when you're dealing with fire, you know what I mean? No accidents to happen, that's for sure. But yeah, I can't wait to take these boots off. Although I did break them in. They used to hurt me at first, but now they're fine. Come on, we gotta go. I got things to do. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. No. Come on. But yeah, sun keeps popping in and out, which is a good thing. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna call it here. And yeah. And guess what? I found my witch's salt and shaker hats. I found them. They're on the stove. So I'll show them to you later. Okay, guys, we'll see you in a bit. Have a good day. Okay, guys, so it is cookie time. So I am making cookies. So these are my Halloween mittens. I think it says if you got it haunted, which I think are pretty cute. So I wish I had a Halloween apron, but maybe I'll make one next year. Okay, so I have cookies in the oven, so really happy about that. And I'm gonna take you over here and I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. I don't have a lot of light here, only because the ring that I was using is not working right now. So this is where I'm at right now. So I have another disc that's in the fridge, but I'm not using it right now. I'm gonna save it for Thanksgiving. So I have flour in here. One thing about the batter and dough, you do want to make sure that it is kind of moist, because if it isn't moist, you're going to end up with a lot of crabs. I don't think I needed this one too much, but that's okay. It's fine. So I'm only doing pumpkins. Now, I am doing pumpkins right here. Yeah, I'm going to have to buy my own ring light. And I did end up making the ghost, but I could have sworn I had a bigger one, but I think it's with the Valentine, what do you call it, when I make Valentine cookies, so I think it's over there. And it would have been nicer, but they're still doable. I did use this. I try to push in the little frills on the sides and then make the tail so they can look like ghosts. I think they'll come out okay. You have to cut them in half though. You have to cut the heart in half. I'll also be doing the cake at the same time. Let me show you what I mean. So I have a lot of pumpkins. I always have to keep an eye on this thing. Okay, so I don't have a lot of hats. So I'm only doing hats and bats right now. I'm not doing any more of the hearts that are cut in half. So they're supposed to look like ghosts. So I didn't push them in as much as I wanted to, but I'll do that next year. I'll try to make them look a little bit more better. But this is where I am right now. And like I said, you don't want to use too much flour, because if you use too much flour, your dough will definitely crack. I already have enough pumpkins, so I don't need no more pumpkins. Oh, I needed this. So right now what I'm doing is just cooking. So you have to judge how thick you want your cookie to be. And then I have to remember that the what do you call it? This is the tray I'm using. That especially the bats are really small, so I have to remember. I'm just coming over here real quick. I have to keep an eye on the bats because they're smaller and they cook faster than the hats and the pumpkins, because they're not as big. You know what I mean? And so I'm gonna try to use up as much as I can. The pumpkins are basically gonna be for the kids. I'm gonna decorate some, and then I'm gonna have the kids decorate the rest. So gotta make sure I have them right side down. Okay, So that's the last. I'm not using no more dough after this. And you constantly have to check your, what do you call it, your oven. Always keep this separate. Don't put this together with anything else. Again, you don't want to put too much flour in your dough. Okay, you try to keep it as minimal as possible. So always separate it. Keep it away from the rest of the flour. So always just try to put it on the side. That's what I do. You're trying really hard not to add no more flour than it needs, okay? And yeah, you have to use a lot of flour. A lot of flour, whatever table you're using, and a lot of flour on the pin, and a lot of flour on the top after you rolled it, okay? I think I have more here. Keep hearing something strange outside. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave you here because I don't want to burn the cookies. Yeah. So they're almost done. And then I just switch them on all the... What is that towel I just had? Oh, here it is. I just don't like touching my my mittens with the flour. Gets flour all over it. Okay. Now, if and when, let me show you. If and when they get a little bit brown like that, this tastes so good. Like, it really tastes good. So don't worry about it. It gives a flavor, believe it or not. So since those are done, I still have to put more on the other tray. So I come here and I put them all in here. And then I have to figure out which way they're going. Because the way they're cut, the tails are always going in a different direction. So I always have to make sure they're going in the right direction. You guys see the bats, they cook a lot more faster than all the other ones. So you gotta keep an eye on that. I'm gonna put more pumpkins. I have a lot more pumpkins. So then I just put them here and then I just set them up here. Then I take these. It's a process, guys. It really is a process. And sometimes you could just shake them right off the tray. If you have a hard time getting them off, maybe it's because they're, I don't know, maybe they're not well, needed. But okay, I don't need this anymore because I'm done, so I'm going to be washing that. I let these dry. I set these over here. So it's a cooling process, so I let them cool on here. Then I let them cool more here, and then that's when I put them in the tray. And tomorrow is when I'll be what do you call it? Making the icing, the royal icing, and to decorate them. The kids, they're mostly for the kids, I was gonna make some for the bank like I did last year, but I didn't have time just escaped from me, and you can't always do it, maybe I'll do it for Christmas instead. I do want to improve on my ugly sweaters because those were terrible. But I do want to improve on those, and Christmas trees, bells, things like that. So I'll probably have more to work with for Christmas, and definitely for Valentine's Day. Again, I'm doing this because I really want to learn how to decorate cookies. I think it's awesome. I don't like the baking part of anything. I just like the decorating part. So yeah. So right now, the last of it, I'm just going to be using this, and whatever I don't use, I'm going to wrap it up and save it and put it with the ones that I'm going to use for Thanksgiving. A lot of flour. a lot of flour on your table, a lot of flour on your roller, and because you don't want anything to stick. Now, if you're rolling it out and you don't have an even counter, always roll like from the middle out, okay? That will even your cookie, the thickness of your cookie, okay? So that is going to be it. I'm just gonna, I don't want to waste any more flour. So as soon as I fill this up, I'm gonna put it in the oven, and we are going to be done. Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, so right now I am bagging up the treat bags for my grandson's, what do you call it, class. He has 28 class. This is all the candy I have. I have more candy, but it's more in the bag. And that one will be for the trick-or-treaters. So we got some in there. We've got a few more to go. And as you can see, I have a variety of bags here. And then what I'm gonna do, I always try to, you know, if I have a lot of lollipops, I always try to incorporate at least one chocolate and maybe a gum in there. So I think I have enough for 2 more actually. If not, I can always break in there, or I can go, you know, I'll go to the store and get more candy. But as long as they have, I think I just made it. I'm done. I just made it. And there's 29, just in case somebody, you know, somebody new comes in, or you know what I mean? You never know. Put gum in there and a piece of chocolate. It doesn't have to be all chocolate, okay? Now, one other thing that I do is that I try to, here we bring it on this side. I'm also making lunch, so right now I'm making my, what do you call it? I did my roux, but I think my roux came out almost like mashed potatoes. So that didn't come out great, but that's okay. So I'm just making fish. I'm going to be making fish and fish with vegetables on top. I even got, what do you call it? I really wanted some meatballs, but it's going to be too much food. So just the noodles will be fine. So I'm putting the noodles in there with the roux. I'll try to do a better job next time. And then I'll cook the fish in a little bit and let that soak in there for a while. So I really wanted, you know, the roux to be like really, I could add more butter, but that's fine. Cause I already added enough milk. I don't need no more water. Anyway, let's go back here. I'm just gonna turn this side. I don't need this side. I'll cook the fish over there. So what I usually do is that sometimes I lose the twist ties to these things. So what I do is that I save a lot of twist ties all the time. I save them, you know, from bread, hot dog bread, or whatever. And just twist it. And because sometimes I use the little baggies from the, what do you call it, from the bags I get at Dollar Tree, the treat bags, and I really don't use all of them, so I end up with a lot of leftover of these little silver ones, but that's fine. So then, when you're done, and if this is too long, you know, all you have to do is just cut them, and voila, you're done. So I'll be doing the rest with that. These guys are easy because they have like these little handles here, which I thought were really cute. And if I can grab the other one, and you just like, it's like a drawstring kind of thing, and you just, Jesus, where is it? Okay, so it's just like a drawstring, and you just, you're supposed to draw it together. Okay. and you just draw it together. So that one's easy. And then of course these have it in here too, but with these, I'm just gonna grab some tape and just, you know, put some tape in the back and that's it. This should have been a lot more easier to do. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. Maybe I was doing it the wrong way. So you gotta go up. Don't go sideways, because I was trying to do it, you know, like this. So you have to, if you have the drawstring, go, oops, that one came out. You just go, don't pull it too tight like I did. And just draw it. Just draw it up. So I already have all that. I'm gonna finish these. Like I said, just, this one came apart. This over again. Yeah, so he has 28 kids in his class. Maybe a little bit too short. Okay, and then I just cut off the excess, because I have to put all this in bags. Did I cut this one yet? No, I don't think so. Okay. So let's see how this is coming out. It's still a little bit not good. So I'm gonna grab some, I really like vegetables a lot. So I'm just gonna add some vegetables on top of here. Because I am really hungry. I really like vegetables. I don't know, maybe I'll get some tartar sauce or something. And put tartar sauce, I'm gonna add a little bit of that water in there. So, again, this is how it's gonna look. This is gonna be my lunch, and I'm just going to add the fish on top, and I'm gonna add some tartar sauce, and then I am going to dig in. If there's any way that you guys know to toss this up, because I put lemon juice just to give it some flavor, but it just looks so thick. And I'm going to make my fish over here on this side. Get some more. Okay, I don't have no more olive oil. I'm just gonna get some butter. Easy peasy. I'm just gonna, put some butter, cut these and cook them, and I'm done. So I'm gonna finish this up, and then when I'm done with all this, I'm gonna put him in a bag, and he's ready to go. He's ready for tomorrow. Okay guys, we'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, here we are. I'm not really drinking anything right now, so just got done I'm making the cookies, baking them, and then I already put them away. I'll probably decorate them. I will decorate them tomorrow. I'll put a few aside so the kids can decorate some. The pumpkins, if anything, not the bats or the hats, because that would be too hard for them. But mostly they could, because I have a lot of the eyes and stuff like that. So when I was making the Halloween cake, I do have to decorate that part right there, because I still have to do that. I hate that it's just blank and there's nothing there right here. So I'm gonna use that black tablecloth and put some window cleans on there. But then that's it. I'm done. I'm done for Halloween decorations. I still have to do the back. I still have to carve the pumpkin for that for tomorrow. And I think I'll just show you how it'll look like tomorrow, because it's so windy outside and it's just blowing everything everywhere, like it's annoying. I did do my pumpkin. It's already out in front. I do have candy for the trick-or-treaters. I have to go to the store again, so I'll probably end up picking a few more candies just for the household. And yeah, I'll be putting everything up at night, and I'll give you a tour, but it'll probably be like, I don't know whether it'll be a tour by itself or I'll include it with tomorrow's vlog. So I'm not really sure how I'm gonna work that. I already have a lot of clips already going on because of the cookies. And I will be making the icing tonight, the royal icing tonight, so I can have it ready for tomorrow. One thing about the royal icing is that you can always dilute it to the consistency that you want, but I wouldn't recommend coloring it and putting it into bottles until you're ready to decorate the cakes, because it gets crystallized and it probably just won't come out of the tube right. So I would wait until, what do you call it, you are ready to decorate with the royal icing. Right now, this is what I'm having. Like I said, my roux came out really thick. It almost came out looking like mashed potatoes. But I do have my fish in here. I have my linguine noodles. And like I said, I'm not really drinking anything. I have some leftover coffee. I'll drink that. And I'm just going to take a break, guys. I am tired. So just to give you a closer look. So it's fish, vegetables, the roux, and the noodles, and that's it. And I'm going to dig in. And I'm going to rest for a little while. I am watching Cheyenne Barton. Those are little things she did on here. For one, I really did like her nail polish. It almost looks like my mermaid's tail. Nice, and has a sea green kind of look to it. She did have an outfit on that was really cute. More her style, young style. And then she was drawing what she was wearing. And then she was knitting a baby's blanket that came out with different like little squares. There were squares, but they were different lengths. I go, that's a really, so I really like, can't finish, wait to finish watching the rest of it. So far, I really like everything that she's doing on her vlog this morning. So, okay, guys, I'm going to call it here. I am going to eat, and then I am going to chill. We'll see you in a bit.